It's game time once again, and we are here in Fort Sumner to talk with the Vixens. And with me right now, Fort Sumner volleyball coach Michelle Bonds. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for coming down and seeing us.
This is your third year as head coach of the program. How is this year's team? Do you have a veteran group? You're still early on in the season. How do things look?
Well, last year we were pretty young. We had lost 6 seniors, so we were young, trying to figure things out with each other. I've got most everybody back, so we're used to playing with each other. We opened against Santa Rosa, and I was pleased with their performance. We played better than any of us expected we would. So,
I walked into the gym. You can't help but notice banners all over the place, plenty of blue trophies just outside. Is there a lot of pressure or expectations to put up another banner or get another blue trophy year in and year out?
Yes, that expectation is there every year. We start the season talking about that is our ultimate goal every year, and we work towards it every day in practice. The community expects it, the school expects it, and they're very supportive of everything we do to try to get to that place.
You followed up a legendary coach here at Fort Sumner, Coach McMath. What's it been like to kind of follow in those kinds of footsteps, and is there anything you learned in particular from her?
That might have been a little pressure there, following her. I played for her, I coached under her. She was great. She taught me so much, and she's still there for me. She comes in and helps anytime I need her and offers me guidance and advice. So I still feel she's a part of the program.
As a coach, what is it going to take to get another one of those blue trophies or to get another banner here on the wall? What's it going to take several weeks from now when the postseason rolls around?
I think for us, it's going to continue the focus on our passing and our serving for us. That's been one thing we've preached all summer, and we've worked really hard on. And I think if we can be the better passing and serving team, then we'll get where we need to be.
All right, time to meet a pass to a break. We'll be back with more on Game Time after this.
Do you love sports? Do you want a front row seat for exciting high school sports action in New Mexico? If the answer is yes to either of those questions, then becoming an interscholastic sports official may be right for you. The New Mexico Officials Association is looking for individuals age 15 years or older to serve as officials in 10 different sports. No experience is necessary and training is provided. If you're interested, call 505-923-3110. That's 505-923-3110, or go to the website nmact.org and click on the Officials tab.
Are you living the life of an athlete? The New Mexico Activities Association brings you Life of an Athlete, a resource for students, educators, and parents to understand the challenges students face. Athletes, did you know one night of drinking will negatively affect your athletic performance for 2 weeks? Or that athletes who drink and do drugs are twice as likely to get injured? Alcohol's effects can reduce a high school athlete's potential by as much as 20 to 30%. Are you living the life of an athlete? Log on to lifeofanathlete.com to find out today. It's time to be back here at Fort Sumner. With me right now, Senior Reagan Kenyon, a member of the volleyball team here at Fort Sumner, but someone who's also been through quite a challenge. Explain to us exactly what you've had to battle through and overcome recently.
Since I was 6 years old, I've had 3 different battles with cancer, and I've had to overcome that and still continue playing the sport that I love.
What kind of cancer was it? How much did it set you back? And what kind of motivated you to get over that?
I had Wilms tumor, and it set me back because of all the medicine and treatment. It really hurt all my joints and my muscles, and it made me a lot weaker, but I overcame that with the help of my teammates and the help of my community, and they just pushed me through to get better and to continue doing it because it's what I love to do.
What was a day like for you as you were battling it and going through it? Describe to me what you mentioned, kind of the pain. What was that like?
It was just hard because I couldn't do what I was used to being able to do. So it changed my perspective on a lot of things, because while my friends were still getting to practice and still had their full strength, I was a little bit behind and a little bit slower. So it was really hard for me to get used to that, and especially afterwards to realize that I wasn't going to get back to my full strength right away, and that I had to just be patient.
How did these girls motivate you? You said you got through it with a lot of help from your teammates. How did they do it?
they just loved me, and they made sure that I knew it was okay, that I wasn't at 100% all the time, and they never made me feel like I was less than them.
And how do you feel now? Ultimately, that's, you said you feel okay. Do you feel great now?
Yes, I feel great now. I'm ready to win a banner.
What do you think, ladies? Is she ready? Yeah! All right, well, we hope these ladies are ready for another season. Thanks for joining us, ladies, on Game Time. We'll be back with more after this.
The New Mexico Activities Association is excited to announce the NMAA 24/7 mobile app. Whether you're a student, coach, parent, or player, you can have the power of the NMAA right in the palm of your hand. Find scores and schedules, follow your favorite teams, receive special offers from NMAA sponsors, get state championship information, highlights, features, and much more. Download the free NMAA 24/7 mobile app in the App Store or Google Play. Get it now.
Welcome back to Game Time. Let's take a look back at Week 2 in high school football and some of the standout performances.
One of the bigger matchups of the week was in Clovis. The Wildcats hosted Los Lunas. Let's pick it up in the third. 8-7 Clovis at this point, but Wildcats are getting more. Chance Harris finds Malik Phillips in the end zone. Touchdown Clovis. And then later in the quarter, Phillips again. This time on the far side, making his way to the end zone. Clovis with 2 straight wins to start the year, 30-15 in this one. Texaco was home on Friday to face defending state champ Dexter. This was a low-scoring, grind-it-out kind of game in the first half. The Demons got on the board first when junior Tyler Briscoe muscled his way across the end zone. The Demons never trailed. Dexter held on for the 21-15 win. Farmington and Belen up in the four corners. The Scorpions scored 27 second-half points to come from behind and beat Belen 46-24. Roswell and Lovington scored a New Mexico record 130 combined points. Dominic Nava threw for 236 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also rushed for another 133 yards and 2 scores. Roswell put up 76 points in their win on Friday. Down in Las Cruces, Centennial rolled over West Mesa. Centennial's Aiden Trujillo with a couple TD tosses in the game. This one to Darren Rodriguez. 55-0 the final count in that one. Don't sleep on the Hawks. Here's a compete with class moment. Cleveland running back Dorian Lewis and his Storm teammates presented El Paso Franklin with an El Paso Strong banner before their game on Friday, recognizing the recent tragic shooting in El Paso. Lewis transferred from the El Paso area 2 years ago. Franklin was too tough for Cleveland in this one, 36-13. Here's a touchdown you have to see between Cibola and Oñate. Cibola's Michael Garcia returns the kick after a Knights score. He weaves in and out of traffic, but the ball came out. No problem. Clayton Weitzel with the assist. He picks it up and takes it in for the touchdown. Cibola with their second straight win, 35-26. They take on Highland this week. On Saturday, Tucumcari got into the win column. The Rattlers faced Albuquerque Academy. Tucumcari Jr. Caleb White gets the ball, makes his way to the end zone for the first score of the game. Tucumcari walked off the field a winner, 27-20. Las Cruces put up a big number for the second straight week. The Bulldogs scored 34 points in the second quarter against El Dorado and took down the Eagles 48-14. Junior quarterback Marcos Lopez threw 3 scores for the Bulldogs. Las Cruces will take on La Cueva this week. Speaking of which, defending state champ La Cueva bounced back from their opening week loss to Volcano Vista. The Bears started the weekend early with a 43-0 shutout win against Valley. Connor O'Toole with a pair of touchdown catches in this one. And new Sandia coach Chad Adcox picked up his first win with the Matadors. Sandia took down Atrisco Heritage. They'll face Los Lunas this week. Portales picked up a second straight win with a victory at St. Michael's. Running back Romeo Bisaggi racked up 246 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. Portales will host West Las Vegas this week in their home opener.
West Las Vegas isn't a program you immediately think of when you're talking contenders for a state football title, but the Dons could make some noise this year.
Baby steps. That's what West Las Vegas football coach Adrian Gonzalez has been preaching each of the last 6 years. And each year, his group gets better.
It literally is baby steps. So hopefully we're playing in that last game in November 30th and we let the chips fall as they may when we get there.
West Las Vegas has never won a state title in football. In fact, the last time they played in the championship game was 1969. Last season, they reached the state semifinals, and they hope this is the year they win it all.
Hopefully one that would make it all the way and get that blue trophy our coaches have been telling us about ever since we were freshmen.
The Dons are led by senior quarterback John Balazon, who's been playing football since the 4th grade.
We lived in a small town, Springer, and then I never really planned on playing and stuff, and then we moved here, and my mom just threw me in saying you're going to play. I didn't want to, and then I played line, because I was kind of chunkier, and then I started throwing football after practice, and the coach said, "You got a quarterback," and ever since then I've just been growing, and I am where I am today.
Balazon is 6'3" and 195 pounds. He threw for over 2,500 yards and 24 touchdowns last season.
He's been in this system for a while, since he was in 7th grade. We've been able to add because he has tons of reps on him. We feel comfortable that we can add something new on a weekly basis, and he picks it up with no hesitation. And that's what you need. That's what we've been looking at since he's been a 7th grader.
Gonzalez expects a lot out of his senior quarterback, who's in his 3rd year as a starter.
To lead us, just to lead us to something this program hasn't ever experienced football-wise. You know, it's been a long time coming. We've been knocking on the door, and hopefully he just leads us through it and we kick that thing down, man.
West Las Vegas is at Portales in Week 3. Here's a look at some of the other matchups in high school football this weekend. These are just some of the matchups, not all of them. Artesia heads north to battle Belen. Rio Rancho is back home to host Clovis. That should interest a lot of people. El Dorado follows up their game against Las Cruces with one against the Storm. Speaking of Las Cruces, they host defending state champ La Cueva at the Field of Dreams. Hobbs is hosting Roswell this coming weekend, and up in the Four Corners, it's Tigers and Tigers with Taos and Aztec. We try to give you a healthy plate of multiple sports each week on Game Time. We've talked volleyball, football, how about some cross country? High school programs are up and running with several meets around the state this week. One of the bigger ones was the annual UNM Invitational.
They had perfect running conditions on Saturday for the UNM Invitational. 13 different New Mexico schools taking part in this one. On the boys' side, Nicholas Gonzalez from El Paso was the first one to cross the finish line in a time of 16:27. On the girls' side, Los Alamos sophomore Narissa Valdez set the pace and was the individual winner. Valdez crossed the finish line first in a time of just under 20 minutes.
It definitely went better than expected because I haven't ran since last year, but I think I went out a little too fast, but then I just kept thinking, okay, I just got to keep this pace and just get through and finish strong.
Los Alamos looks like the team to beat this year. They are deep. The Hilltoppers finished 1-2-3 on Saturday, and this is a young group that continues to push each other at practice.
We run as a pack during practice, and so it's really great when we go to races and we run as a pack there. And so I think that's the best part about running with your teammates. On our legs, we kick grass whenever we run on golf courses because it gives us a little momentum of, we're going to go get this.
Los Alamos is scheduled for a meet in Alamosa this weekend and will run at the Academy Invite later this month.
That's it for another episode of Game Time. Make sure to tune in Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. to watch the show live right here. Spread the word. Let people know the best place to catch the highlights, interviews, and features is right here on the NMAA website and show we call Game Time. If your team is interested in being a guest on the show, send me an email to jp@nmact.org and we will check the calendar to try and make it happen. That's all for this episode. We'll send you out with a meme of the week.